Hi, it's Angel Shaver, Stampin' Up independent demonstrator from Kansas. Today is the first week that we're using the Star of Light stamp set to make our card. That is our featured stamp set of the month. And this is the card we will be creating. I'm not sure how well you can see. I'm trying to see what you can see. But we are going to go ahead and get started today. And I wanted to make sure you know that if you go to my store at angelstamps.stampinup.net, we are having the year-end sale right now. And this time around, the Stamparatus reservation window will not be closing early. But this is the last Stamparatus reservation window. And they start mailing out March 19th, and it's first reserved, first shipped. So the window is open from December 5th through December 30th, but you don't want to wait if that is on your list. And this weekend, I will be at Holiday Extravaganza, so you can stop on by Saturday from 9 to 3 and see me in person, and we can talk, and we're going to have some make and takes. I didn't tell you what I was doing. This is Night of Navy cardstock, and I did have it cut hot dog style, which is cutting an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper in half longwise to make it 4 1/4 by 11. And then when you fold it, it's 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. And then we are going to do some stamping. I'm going to be stamping both the card front and the interior of the card kind of at the same time because there's going to be some similarities. And I don't know if you can see the ink, kind of. We are going to be using Night of Navy, Island Indigo, and Elegant Eggplant. And the first thing I want to stamp on this card is the swirl. This looks like a swirl of stars, kind of like I would imagine looking at the galaxy from close up, not close, too close, but might look like. And we are going to start by stamping Elegant, no we're not. I can't remember which colors I used where, so I'm trying to figure that out as we go along. Night of Navy. And then I've already laid all the stamps out. So I'll be taking my Night of Navy and just swirling it over there. And then on the interior of the card, doing the same thing in the middle. Well, the right side middle. So over here. And you'll see what I mean by middle in just a second. I'm going to close up my Night of Navy so I don't accidentally set anything in it. And get my swirl cleaned off and ready to go for the next color. Alright, and then I will be getting out Island Indigo. And this will be the last swirl color that we are using. And I'll be stamping it. Oops, just dropped my ink pad and I landed on the carpet. That's never an exciting thing to have happen. But it did leave a big square. So, we'll be using the Island Indigo to make partial swirls at both the top and the bottom. On both the card exterior and interior. Okay. And I'll get that cleaned off and put away because I'm going to be using the big block for the big star. If someone were to ask me my very favorite stamp at this point, what's available, it would be that swirl. I don't know that I would choose Star of Light as my very favorite stamp set, although I do like it. But I would definitely choose that swirl stamp as my very favorite stamp. I just think it makes everything look so festive. All right. I am going to close Island Indigo, and we will open Elegant Eggplant so we can get the interior of the card finished. We are using stars in the Elegant Eggplant color. If you ordered this kit, have stars in your stamp set. I, however, lost my stars. So, good news is the Night of Bethlehem stamp set had some stars that I am able to borrow to just put some stars. And I left a couple of little smudges that I will have to take care of later. Probably that may become the front of my card. I think that might. So this will be the inside of my card. It's going to put some Elegant Eggplant stars. Alright, I'll move it aside to not get anything else on it. Close up the Elegant Eggplant for now. I'm going to reopen the Night of Navy. And that is what we will be stamping the large star in. This card that we are doing today requires no extra embellishments. It's just stamps and ink and paper. Alright, let's see where I can put this to kind of cover up some smudges. There's still a smudge, but you know what? That's what gives it personality. And that is the only big star that we will be using on this set. Now, I did decide to do a different sentiment than I had on the sample. And so I will be using the Light of Heaven. But I will be inking it up in Island Indigo. Putting it right there. And then I will be putting the other half of that sentiment became the light of the world on the inside of the card. In Island Indigo. Alright, now for the fun part. We get to color. And what I've chosen to use is the 3 colors of ink pad that we stamped our galaxy with in the blender pens. You can use whatever it is that you have available, markers, colored pencils, aqua painter might work. But I've chosen to go with the blender pens. So, get one out and get started. And I use the Island Indigo in the center of the star. I'm trying to do this rather quickly, so I'm not staying completely in the lines. I'm sure that if you take more time and effort with your coloring, you can stay in the lines better. Close this up, so we're done with that color for now. And I move on to the Elegant Eggplant, which is what I used on this shape all the way around. If you would like to stop by the holiday extravaganza and are going to be in Kansas this weekend, Saturday, make sure you message me and let me know, and I will get you the address. Now, one thing when you're using your blender pen with your ink, if you want your shapes to be all the same color, you can go back over the lighter ones with when your blender pen is refilled with the ink again. But at this moment, I am not trying to make everything look the same. And now we're using Night of Navy to just finish up some of these small details, which I remember from the first time I did this. It does require a little bit of concentration because they're tiny. It's a good thing the style right now, it's not to have everything exactly in the lines, but to have more of a watercolor look. It makes me almost look like if I miss the lines, I'm doing it on purpose. And I don't know if you could see that I am starting these by wiping off some of the ink after I refill, because I don't want the super dark color to start with. And that is all the coloring that I did on my star. You can do as much as you want, as much or as little or none, whatever you would like. This is your card. It should reflect you. My cards frequently reflect my fingerprint. And then we're going to, I did not remember to even bring my glue back in here. Let me see what I can grab. Real quick. Here's one that's almost out. There might be enough in here to finish this up. Put this on the inside. And then we'll get glue on the back of the card front and get it on the outside and show you what we just created using only stamps and ink and paper. And here we go. Here is the card we just created with nothing but stamps and ink and paper. And there's the inside. So I hope that I will see some of you this weekend. And I hope I see all of you back here next Thursday at 2 o'clock Central as we do card number 2 in the Star of Light.